What the F is going on? Things are looking incredibly shaky in crypto right now, and even experienced traders are wondering what the hell to do. But we've already seen these exact same patterns play out in the past, and this makes it incredibly easy to identify what is likely to happen over the next 24 to 48 hours. I'm also going to talk about the main reason we're seeing such crazy price action right now, and what you need to do to prepare for what happens next, so that you can make some of the biggest gains during the next phase of the bull market, which is going to be absolutely crazy. So do me a favor, hit that like button, and let's get into today's video. Now guys, at the time of making this video, Bitcoin is looking incredibly precarious. And I've seen the videos and I've read the tweets telling you that Bitcoin is going to go significantly lower, down towards the $70,000 to $80,000 level. But I'm here to tell you that that's probably complete BS, and I'm going to give you proof of that in this video and tell you that things maybe won't even get that much worse at all. So before I tell you why crypto experts like Gel here are completely baffled by this current price action that we're seeing in crypto, I'm going to show you a chart that we've seen before that is going to probably make you feel a little bit better about what is about to happen next. And here it is. You see on the top, we've got Bitcoin. Present day Bitcoin, in fact, and on the bottom we've got Bitcoin from the 7th of December up until around the 26th of January. Do you notice anything interesting about this? Well, hopefully you do. You will see that this is the exact same pattern that we've seen recently, and this shows us a potential scenario that we're about to see unfold, although I don't think it's even going to dip quite as hard as this. You see, this pattern is a Wyckoff distribution pattern, usually one that is seen at the top of a bull market and is there by design in order to try and capture as many buyers as possible while the big money is starting to offload. And if you were to look into this chart right now, you could probably argue that we were somewhere maybe in and around this zone, and now we could be maybe facing a bigger drop down towards levels below. But I'm going to show you that that drop probably won't be as big as maybe you think it is, or maybe people have been telling you it is. You see, we simply need to understand why the Bitcoin price is moving up and down, okay? And it's not as simple as people just buying and selling. You see, there's a game being played behind the scenes that is incredibly confusing to even experienced traders here who are wondering what the F is going on with these massive pumps and dumps. But allow me to make it a little bit clearer for you. You see this? This comes from CoinGlass. And this shows you that every time the price is moving up or down, people are buying or selling Bitcoin on spot. Now, who's using spot to buy Bitcoin? Particularly retail investors, okay? Retail investors buy on spot, okay? What happens when the market dips like it did earlier on this morning? We saw a big sell-off here. We saw this massive red wick towards the downside, which shows us that a load of people panic sold their crypto. And the reason you panic sold is because you're not subscribed to the House of Crypto and you are not really aware of what is really moving these markets. So if you want to upgrade your knowledge and understand exactly what is happening in crypto before it really plays out on the charts, then make sure you're subscribed with the notification bell turned on, particularly as tomorrow I'm going to give you a video about some of the most undervalued altcoins right now that have enormous revenue and will likely see massive growth in the early part of 2025. So what do we know? As soon as the market moves towards the downside, we get a lot of retail investors, of which you and me are retail investors, panic selling their crypto. On the flip side of this, if we jump across and look at the longs on Bitunix and the number of longs, you will see something very interesting. People who are leverage trading, more experienced traders, are buying this dip aggressively while many out there are panic selling. Bitunix, pretty much without fail, starts to buy the dip every time that we're about to see significant moves higher. Now, I don't mean that we're going to see a significant move higher in the next 12 hours or 24 hours. Possibly it's going to take a little bit longer than that, but I'm almost certain by the middle of January, Bitcoin is going to be significantly higher, as well as many alts, than they are right now. And I'm going to give you proof of that as we move on through this video. So where are we in this bull market? Well, you've probably realized something. Crypto is still kind of feeling a little bit early. We have obviously seen a lot of media and attention coming into this bull market and a lot of excitement. This chart, which I've shown you before if you're subscribed to the channel, is from the 1600s. It's nearly 400 years old, and it shows us the exact same chart pattern that we've seen before. And in this, you will see a very significant phase. This they call the boar trap, okay, which is also a bear trap. It's designed to make a load of bears jump into short trades where they're selling off Bitcoin to provide liquidity to the smart money. Okay, this is talking about the tulip mania that was going on in the Netherlands in the 1600s, and yet it is exactly the same as any chart that is driven by speculation, which is any crypto chart out there. And the reason we're seeing this yet again, simply because the smart money is trying to manipulate the dumb money into thinking that this is a top pattern and is trying to get them to place short trades here. So how do we know that this is going on? Well, guys, look, This price action is completely ridiculous, okay? Now you're probably thinking, well, what the hell is going on? Well, what you're seeing right now is absolute market manipulation, okay? You are seeing the price come down for Bitcoin. You suddenly see the price pump back up. Loads of people are like, should I buy? Am I missing out on the market? Should I get sold? All the bears who kind of try to short here then get stopped out. We then see the price crashing back down once more. All the bears are then probably jumping again into short trades, thinking that the price is going to go much lower. And it can, for sure, come a little bit lower. But how much lower? I'm going to show you right now. Now, I know what many channels out there have been telling you. This is a head and shoulders pattern. Okay, it has like an 86% chance of playing out towards the downside. And that's quite right. Remember, smart money is trying to trick you into doing something that they want you to do. They want you to short this market, okay? Here's a shoulder. Here's a head. Here's another shoulder. This is very much a head and shoulders pattern. Absolutely. And if this breaks, yeah, very much. It has a price target around $78,000. But I can almost guarantee that it's not going to get down there. Why is that? How am I able to guarantee it? Well, why do they want to move the price lower in a bull market? Okay, all the factors are pushing towards the fact that this is a bull market. Okay, because we have growing liquidity worldwide. We have a pro-crypto government coming in about 15 or 16 days' time. Things are looking pretty damn rosy for crypto. Potentially, you've got China about to unban crypto, although I'm pretty damn confident that's never ever going to happen. But who knows? Whatever the news is right now, it's pretty bullish. But the price action is telling us it's going to come lower. You can see there's an area of support maybe here. There's another area of support here. But lots of people are saying, well, yeah, but maybe, just maybe, we're going to get all the way down here. But really, it doesn't matter, because this is all that matters right now. And it is the longs and the shorts, the people who are trapped in trades on either side of the price right now. These are stop losses for the long trades. And you can see that some of them are sat there, $124 million, $126 million. There is a lot of them stacked up here. But notice, below $90,000, there is literally nothing. Okay, there is significant levels, way, way, way lower down, like 49K or something like that. But that's just not going to happen probably until the next bear market. Okay, in the next bear market, we'll talk about what to do about that shortly. But you're not going to see lower levels than this. Okay, in my opinion, which obviously counts for a lot in these crazy markets, I don't think we go significantly lower than maybe, in the worst case scenario, 89K. I really don't think that we're going to go much lower than maybe 90K. Okay, but look above it. These are all people who have gone short, and these are all the people who are in that bear trap. Remember, jump back to this. They're in the boar trap. Okay, if you're Dutch, the boar trap, I'm assuming, means bear trap. Okay, right here, they're stuck in this little area because the market's tricked them into thinking that this is the end of the bull market. This is all over. When really the bull market, the main bull market, is ahead of us. They're just trying to create liquidity so that they can drive the market on further. Okay, that means, worst case scenario, we maybe dip into this area. We then carry on. Does that then look like the exact scenario we've seen before, where you can see, yeah, after this kind of green box, Bitcoin then kind of like tiptoed its way down to 38K after being at around 40K? Yeah, probably. Okay, so worst case scenario, if you were to say that this is the exact same pattern, maybe Bitcoin comes down to here. Maybe it doesn't even get down there at all. Okay, so where would that level be? Somewhere around $89,000 to $90,000, which from current levels on Bitcoin is a whopping 3.8%, which really isn't too much to be that upset or concerned about. Again, the Bitcoin dominance still putting in lower highs. Okay, not until we see a Bitcoin dominance move above here would I be at all concerned. If Bitcoin does take that little dip, maybe we come back up here, we create another high here for the Bitcoin dominance, and this would then give us another perfect opportune entry for different altcoins. If this dip does happen, it's going to happen in the coming couple of days, because on the 3rd of January, FTX is going to release $16 billion back to crypto investors. And yes, people are like, oh, they're all going to sell off their crypto. Probably not, okay? Those people who've got all their money suddenly going to get delivered a load of money in a bull market. These people already invest in crypto. They're going to get sent this money in stable coins. So why is this bullish? $16 billion of stable coin are probably going to get flipped and turned into altcoins, which means lots of altcoins and liquidity is going to enter the market. This is nothing but bullish. And if you've been missing out on stories like this, which I've been sharing over on Twitter, then make sure you give House of Crypto 3 a follow over on Twitter, okay? The one with the blue check mark. I'm posting on this pretty much every single day, talking about all the sort of crazy market manipulation, some of the different altcoins and things I'm buying. absolute no-brainer. Give me a follow over on there because I don't always have time to make YouTube videos, particularly when I'm on holiday like I am right now. Now, guys, why do we want to buy a dip, and what's the best way to buy this dip, even though it's probably pretty scary to do? Well, we want to buy a dip because it's Q1 after an election year or after a halving year, whatever you want to call it, which means Q1 is the most bullish period of time. Look, this was 2017. This was altcoins versus Bitcoin during Q1. Q1 is January to March, okay? We saw altcoins absolutely boom against Bitcoin. This is Q1 of the last bull market. We saw altcoins absolutely boom against Bitcoin. This is Q1 of 2025. We're going to see altcoins absolutely, you get it, right? So all we need to think is what? If Bitcoin comes down towards that level, what else are we going to see happen? Well, simply, you might see some of your favorite altcoins just come down to the next support level. Straightforward, right? The next support level. So what's the next support level? This is just AVAX, Avalanche, okay? I'm not saying go and buy this or anything else. I'm showing you a very simple chart pattern, okay? Do what you will with this. If we get a dip further down, it will be very short-lived, of course, in my opinion, not financial advice and all that good stuff. And then we get a good buy opportunity. Here, for example, in AVAX, this is the last support area. We can see it here, and we get another wick here showing us where that support area is, okay? We know that if Bitcoin dips down, it will pull AVAX as well as others into this zone, and then we get liftoff. This is AVAX. What about others? ICP, you can see it's pretty much already in that same area for support, but maybe, just maybe, ICP would come down to the zone here. You can see from this previous dip before that pump, you get another wick down into this area. I'm not saying buy ICP either. Ondo, you could buy here, but it's already really damn high. I wouldn't be buying dips on coins like that. Same detail for SUI. Hasn't really dipped at all, okay? And it's already up like a 10x. I hold SUI, by the way. I'm not paid off by other crypto coins to tell you not to buy SUI. I'm just telling you that maybe I wouldn't buy that dip because it's not really that good. If it comes down to here, then maybe, just maybe, you could get into it. But just for this example, how to nail the absolute perfect buy, should I get it? Well, let's go with AVAX. Let's say that I want to buy, should AVAX reach $33.55, okay, which is in here, $33.55, and you can use MEXC or you can use Bitunix to do this, both of which are incredibly cheap exchanges and can be accessed pretty much worldwide. MEXC has over 4,500 different altcoins, and Bitunix doesn't require a KYC. And both of these exchanges are linked down below in the description. So if you want to buy any small cap coins or just any coins in general with really low fees, then make sure you sign up for MEXC or Bitunix, link down below. You won't be able to buy small cap coins on Coinbase or Binance because it's very difficult for new projects to list there. And all we're going to simply do, and this is on MEXC, but pretty much every exchange out there looks the same. Don't be concerned about this. Just go to Spot, click on Spot. And remember, in this scenario, we're just clicking on AVAX. So click on AVAX. And I said if AVAX goes to like 33.55 that I would be getting into it. And I've talked about in previous videos like this why AVAX is such an interesting token and an interesting ecosystem and how to benefit from that. If you want to go and check that out after this, I recommend that you do it because it's going to make your knowledge of crypto much better and you're going to understand why things are moving, what's going to be happening next, and how to make the most of this bull market that's ahead of us. And I'm simply going to come down to where it says limit, and I'm going to put down the price that I wanted to buy at. So that was 33.5 just by looking at the charts there. Now you can see, if I was to put in this limit order, I've got $430 ready there. I could say that I wanted to buy $100 at 33.5 and click buy AVAX. Click buy AVAX. And you can see what's going to happen is if the price of AVAX gets down to my price target of 33.5, it's going to automatically buy $100 worth of AVAX. What's great about that is that if this dip happens overnight, if this dip happens at all, then I get in at the very best price possible. And guess what? I don't have to deal with any of the emotions. I don't have to sit up all night watching the charts, wondering what's going to happen. I'm automatically going to get it put into a coin at the right price without having to worry about it. This is the best way to trade. And then after you've done this with your buy orders and you've bought your crypto throughout the bull market, you can then start to place limit sell orders. And in a video that I'm going to make very soon, so make sure you subscribe with the notification bell turned on, I'm going to tell you where to place your limit sell orders for various different coins so that without fail, you're automatically going to take profits and without having to worry about being a little bit greedy, which is what happens to all of us in this bull market. And that's going to help you to be profitable. And that is the very best exit strategy you're going to find. So hopefully you found that useful. I know many of you already know this, but this is for the newer people out there in order to be able to get the best value. Now, one thing to know is if the price of AVAX never gets down to $33.50 again, which is obviously possible, then this trade will never fill and you will never end up buying AVAX. But guess what? It means that you're going to be prepared to just hold your money rather than buying in at the top of coins like lots of other people do. Now, if you decided you don't want to be in that trade anymore or whatever, you just click on the bin here, you can close it down and then enter into any other trades at any point. Using limit orders is probably the best way to trade. It's going to save you a lot of money on fees and things in the future. Now, guys, the aim of this video is to show you that things aren't going to get that much worse, okay? I don't think that we're necessarily even going to come down that far. Maybe we go and bounce from here, in which case, what was all the fuss about in the first place? Where's the next target from here? I would anticipate that a move, once we get this kind of next buy up, will be heading back towards sort of $117,000, probably around the time we see Donald Trump enter into office, which I believe is the 20th of January. We could potentially see a sell the news event around then, but obviously I'll keep you updated on that as time goes on. Guys, hope you enjoyed today's video. Do me a favor, hit that like button. Happy New Year, hit the subscribe, and I'll see you next year in another video. Bye-bye.